Omega Red is confirmed as the next Marvel Strike Force legendary. How do you unlock him? We'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 42 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which, as you know, is a mobile hero collect game available wherever you play your mobile games. We are the lads from 4Play Gaming. You'll find us on YouTube under that name. We're on Instagram and Twitter under the name 4P Gaming, and you'll find the MSF Pod wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell all of your Alliance mates about us. Every week our numbers go up, and that is down to the Marvel Strike Force community. So massive thank you to everyone for listening. We're just three guys that love Marvel Strike Force, and it's nice to share that with you. Introducing the crew today, we're only running a two-man crew, unfortunately, but we have the kit man, a resident expert on all things Marvel, Diggs. How you doing, bud?
I'm good, mate. You good?
Yeah, all good, all gravy. So first and foremost, did you get any good pulls this week? Any upgrades, red stars? What have you been working on team-wise, mate?
I got a wicked pull this week, mate. I was, as you know, saving up the old 6 red star orbs from the latest event, and pulled a 7 red star dagger when she was at the elevated drop rate.
Insane.
I creamed my cakes. I loved it. Good times.
That's it. Wow, mate, that's amazing. That's your first 7-star, right?
Yeah. It's my first time opening a 6 red star orb, and it's the first 7 red I've ever pulled.
Wow.
Really rare. So yeah, I was very, very happy about that. That was enjoyable.
That's insane. So I'm guessing you'll be splashing that cash and buying that strike pass, mate. And
I might have to wait hard, mate. I'm like, I'll cloak and dagger. As much as I don't want to, it might have to be done.
No, it's crazy, man. Congratulations. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What have you been working on, like team-wise and stuff this week?
Still just desperately trying to get parts for my DD4 team. Unique skill parts for Zemo, tech parts for Ghost, and then the mutant parts for Mr. Sinister and Emma. And Strife's already there. Strife's sorted now.
Excellent.
So yeah, just desperately trying to get those guys up so I can tackle those non-legendary global nodes. And then in the background, just doing things like I've taken up 5 legendaries to 80, just so they're ready. Like by the time I eventually get the skill, I don't want to have to do the same thing when I get to the legendary nodes. Cosmic's ready to go.
Sure.
And City now, I've got that 7 red star cloak. I'll probably like I say, wail hard, and then probably use cloak and dagger for the city nodes along with 3 of the symbiotes.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, yeah, we could talk more about cloak and dagger in a bit. There's been some more developments which I don't think we've talked about yet, so that's gonna be good. What a week for both of us. I mean, you get a 7 red star, and I get my first 7 red star as well. I did the same thing as you. Obviously, dagger went into the 15% drop rate. I've already got a 5-star cloak, so I was like, I want at least 5 stars. So I had 30 regular red star orbs. I now have 6, and I got her at 3 red, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I got a gold drop on something, and I was like, it's time to go into the gold, into the 6 stars. So I have 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 6 stars. A load of 4s, a load of 6s, a load of 5s, a load of 4s. I just went through a load of them and got nothing. So I was like, right, okay, let's hit this 6. Let's hit this big 6. And the first, I see that gold drop, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is it. This Hand Sorceress, mate. Hand Sorceress. My first ever 7-star is a hand character. Pork to the hand. So yeah, so in my fury and I guess it's pot committed. I don't know, or whatever you call it. I opened 2 more. And I got a 6-star Fire Bell and a 6-star Colin Wing. So could be worse.
I'd say that those 2. I saw those 2 pop up after you get 7 red hand, and I was like, oh, at least that's a little bit of consolation. Those 2 are good. They're both getting used a lot at the moment.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure we'll cover it later, but that Heroes for Hire team's got a hard counter coming soon, but still good.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, the toys are slowly being placed back in my pram, mate, and Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. I can't complain. All right, so let's move into the community roundup this week. We had some comments on the show last week on YouTube. So do you want to hit those for us, bud?
Yeah, sure thing. So we had our friend Adrian was back again, commenting on the show. So he's talking about the DD4. He's on the last Sissy node, running a full symbiote team and struggling hard. Said this node feels like DD3 again, and I may be stuck here for a few months at this rate. And then we also had a gentleman called Zach come in and say, try running anti-venom. Try running Striker on anti-venom and Scream, and either Scream or Symbiote Spider-Man, and save your ultimates for when Emma isn't charged. When she's uncharged, give her everything you've got and make sure you use Scream's ultimate to rewind the speed bar. So yeah, just a little bit of advice there to try and get through that last city node of Dark Dimension 4, which sounds like it's a doozy to say the least.
Yeah, I've been doing my research on it this week because I'm in that node. I'm now in that node, but more on that later. But yeah, I've been doing my research on it, and some people get stuck with Emma, literally just with Emma, and people just leave it on auto, and some people have left it overnight and they've come back and the fight's still going on.
Oh, God.
So but yeah, more on Dark Dimension 4 later on. Yeah, exciting stuff. Okay, so let's look into what happened last week before we look forward to the coming week. So on Monday we had the Bleeding King event that went live. How are you doing with that, buddy?
Yeah, okay. I've had a couple of days off work this week, so I've had a bit more free time.
Nice, okay.
Not much as I would like, but a little bit more than usual, and managed to do a few bits. So let's just see what milestone I'm at. I'm just about to hit milestone 14, or not too far from it.
Oh yeah, so mate, you're really on course for that then. Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. Just 22 and a bit K after the first quarter. So yeah, I'm about on track to unlock it. But obviously next week it'll slow down for me when I'm back at work. So I'm trying to get a bit of a head start. But yeah, not too bad.
That's it. Brilliant. Oh yeah, I mean it's all raids, arena, and what's the other one? Raid, arena, and
war.
And war. That's right. Okay, so
the things I actually do for a change, not blitz.
Yeah,
I want to blitz.
Man, I think everyone's got blitz fatigue this week after the old Legend event. And speaking of the Legend event, that finished. How did you find the event in total? Like, did you get as many of the rewards as you could, or?
No, I ended up about 30, milestone 35, somewhere around there. I was just short of the 6 red star promotion credit things, which was a shame. I wanted to unlock them ideally, but not too bad. Wasn't all bad news.
No, it's, I mean, all in all, like events like that, like we love them, don't we? I mean, they're play the game.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so let's have a look at some stuff on Twitter that happened over the week as well. So on Tuesday, Cerebro, the community manager, and all round good dude, posted a picture of him drinking a pint. Here he is, drinking a pint in a certain vest, and his comment was, "Where is it? Can't beat a good red ale." And he's drinking a beer. And I don't know if you noticed the tank top. My reaction was, "Oh, you dirty tease!" And
oh God, you stopped that, break me out.
Yeah, the old for those of you that are listening, the old Super Troopers reference, "Mother of God," and so that was a real sort of major hint for everyone that of what was to come. So. But we will go into that shortly. So I mean, one thing with that picture, I mean, Cerebro's clearly a hooligan because you are not drinking beers in England in a vest top, are you? Like, it's just not happening.
Certainly not in that sun, mate.
No, that's it. Clearly Cerebro. He's got some rub over in California, and no one wants to mess with him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, gun show. All right. So on Wednesday, Bugs and Stuff, a in-game mail went out, and so we were asleep for this. So to all of our American listeners, sorry if this happened to you, but basically the in-game mail saying that the strike pass was out and that Cloak and Dagger were in it, and apparently they weren't. And apparently the in-game, the strike pass wasn't actually active. So when we collect our daily objectives in the morning, so server reset for the people in America obviously would happen for us at 5 o'clock, and that's when the strike pass went live, but it didn't. So people were claiming all of their daily objectives and not contributing towards the strike pass, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a nightmare, and we got compensated. I think we got like 310 strike pass points. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, I saw them got through. I was like, what the hell are these for?
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah. Cool.
And we got compensated for that. And there were changes again in last week's blog post in regards to Shang Chi's kit. But I'm pretty sure everyone that's listening to this is fed up with hearing about Shang Chi being broken and all of that. So I won't go into that too much. On Thursday, we got an in-game mail saying that Moon Knight is now available in Cosmic 1-3, and we also got confirmation of the Adam Warlock event starting next week with a calendar that we didn't know anything about because it wasn't in last week's blog post. But
surprise!
That's it. Yeah, it just popped up, and everyone was like, "Yeah, I don't know, it's happening." That meme from the American Office where everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's happening!"
It's happening.
Yeah. If you're our alliance was just on fire. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's back!" And how close are you and all that. So hopefully, everyone listening can unlock Adam Warlock this time round. And good luck with that. Okay, so also on the day of the strike pass going live, people were unlocking daggers somehow. There weren't even dagger offers in the store. And basically the story with this is, I don't think we've talked about this outside of the pod, but the story with this is, so we got this luminous essence currency within the strike pass that you'll unlock later on, like deeper into the strike pass. And the idea is that you should be able to pick whatever character you want. If you want dagger shards, you can get them, blah, blah, blah. And you get 5 per luminous essence thing. Mm-hmm. The problem with this is they recycle those orbs. So those orbs were left over from an old event. And people are saying Mysterio, but I can't confirm it. I don't know. I wasn't playing back then. But basically, people that had leftover currency from back then wake up. They're like, I've got your notifications. I've got some orbs here. I've got luminous essence orbs. And some people were literally getting like 30 character shards and dagger. 50. Some people literally had enough to unlock dagger as well, which then caused a massive firestorm. People are upset. Of course they are. And long story short, it's all gone tits up, and we're probably going to get some dagger shards for free. So
I expect the more likely scenario is they're going to take those dagger shards off some people. That's probably far more likely.
Well, that's the thing. It's quite interesting to see. Obviously, we were a little bit salty last week about the state of this situation, but from what I understand, it wasn't a small number of people, and they didn't get a fix to it super quick. So, yeah, I think the last people you want to upset are the people that want to buy the offers and get those characters first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting to see what happens and what developments happen there. Also, while we are discussing this, let's just have a quick look at last week's blog post. So obviously we discussed it last week, the Let the Carnage Begin blog post. And if you go back and listen to the pod, you'll notice we discussed the edit to the blog. And now there's a further edit to last week's blog post. Sort of further explaining it. So literally what we read out last week has been crossed out here. Yeah, and so explaining it here, do you want to read this? This is what the next 2 strike passes will look like. So pass 1, pass 2.
Yeah, so from what I gather from seeing people online, people were calculating it incorrectly and basically thought that even if you bought a strike pass, you wouldn't unlock a character.
That's right, yeah.
Which isn't true. You can unlock each character if you buy each strike pass. So basically 100 shards up for grabs in each pass. So pass 1, tier 5, you get 5 cloak shards and then an extra 5 if you have the premium. Same again tier 15. Same, and then tier 25 you get 10 free cloak shards and 10 cloak shards in the premium. And then at tier 35, 45, and 55, you get 4,000 Luminous credits and an extra 4,000 if you're in the premium. And every 2,000 credits, you can get 5 shards of either character. So effectively, you can get 10 shards, 20 shards rather, per tier, 35, 45, and 55. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you want to unlock Cloak first. Those Luminous credits, if you spend them all on Cloak, you'll get 60. 60 shards from those. So no, 80 shards from those rather. And then you get 20 from the first 25 tiers. So that you'll end up with 100 shards, which is what you need to unlock Cloak. And then Pass 2 is exactly the same, but for Dagger. So you get 10 shards at tier 5, assuming you've bought the pass. 10 shards at 15, 20 shards rather at 25, and then 8,000 credits at 35, 45, and 55. So again, if you buy the premium pass, you can unlock Dagger at the end of the pass. So what some people were incorrectly calculating is that you couldn't unlock them just in the one pass. You couldn't unlock them both rather from buying both passes. You could only get one, and then you'd be a few things short. That's why they were doing a blitz, which isn't true. And then other people were saying, look, you couldn't unlock either of them if you didn't buy the pass, which again isn't true. You just have to wait. So if you wanted to unlock, Cloak, but you didn't want to pay anything, you can get him, but you won't get him until the end of the second pass, and then you'll end up with 100 Dagger shards, and then Cloak shards rather, and then you'll have 20 odd Dagger shards. Whereas if you buy the pass, buy both passes, you can get 200 shards, 100 of each. Sure. If you do it correctly. And then also there's a blitz for each of them as well, which I think we covered in last week's blog.
Yeah, and I believe that's in this blog as well. So in theory, this strike pass, like you say, just solely go for Cloak.
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and then when the blitz comes round, just blitz and just use the luminous credits that you're going to get just for Cloak. So in theory, you're going to have additional shards into 3 stars for Cloak, and then when next month when Pass 2 comes out, just do the exact same thing for Dagger.
Yeah, exactly that.
Boom. Okay, so that's a little bit of confirmation. I mean, like last week we were wound up because they haven't explained it properly at all, have they? So
yeah, and I'm still a little bit salty about 40 quid in 2 months to unlock 2 characters. That's still a little bit naughty, but at least they've sort of clarified it, and you can get them both, and they're giving us a blitz for extra shards. I mean, because of that 7 red star that I've got on Dagger, I'm going to do the passes correctly to unlock them, and then I'm just going to solely blitz for Dagger. Just to get
both. Yeah. Okay, good shout. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I'm glad we've sort of sorted that out. Yeah, it's nice to go back to that. I mean, it's frustrating because from what I understand, you see Cerebro talking about the game, he clearly cares about it and about the community, but he's just getting bad information from what I understand. You know what I mean? And having to keep going back and edit stuff must be infuriating. But yeah, so we appreciate all the hard work.
So I think that it seems like what they should really do is just take a month, don't release anything new. It seems like they're in this cycle of that they're desperately trying to get new content out all the time.
Yeah.
That it's coming out incorrectly. Just take the month and whatever you've got coming up, just push everything back a month and test it. Use that month right. So let's just say they scheduled Omega Red for, I know they haven't, but let's just say for argument's sake, they scheduled Omega Red for coming out next week.
Yeah.
Push it back an extra 4 weeks. Use those 4 weeks to test that. And then whatever you had planned to come out directly after Omega Red gets pushed back a month, and use that time to test that, and et cetera, et cetera. So you can get out of this cycle of things just not being right. And I think it would be so much easier. As I say, what do you say? 41 minutes of a stream, somebody who doesn't play the game was just like, that character shouldn't do that, should it? With Shang Chi?
Yeah.
Can't be that difficult for experienced people to be able to test the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, literally that person from the Marvel from the official Marvel channel had
something was her name?
Yeah, she'd never played the game prior. Well, I think she played it in one previous stream with Cerebro, but that so she's a brand new player and she spotted that bug.
Yeah, 41 minutes.
Yeah, which begs the question: are they, do the people that work for Scopely actually play this game, or are they literally just, remember we saw that auto raid feature? What if that's just something that they use as a dev tool to, you know, like, I mean, like we sort of laugh about it, but for all we know, it could be. You know. Yeah, I don't know, but look, it's good that they're holding themselves accountable for these mistakes, like the mistake with the dagger, you know, with the cloak and dagger orbs, you know, that's massive, and we should get compensated for it. So, you know, I know, you know, like, yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I'll take as many as I can have, please. But like, you know, like our nerd rage and our anger all comes from a position of love. You know what I mean? We love this game. You know, like it's one of the best games I've played. You know, I love it to bits. You know, I wouldn't be sat here talking to you doing a podcast on it, mate, if I didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Right, let's move on. So this week there's no major data mines. All of it got covered in this week's blog, so that's good. Real time arena, mate. How are you getting on? You still doing the older blitzes, and is blitzing helping for you?
A little bit, yeah. Like I say, I don't blitz much anyway, other than for that event. So when that event was on, it was helping. But now I'm back to lazy bones blitzing, mate.
Okay.
Two a day.
Sure.
Well, actually, a little bit more at the moment because I like Ghost, but yeah. Lazy blitzing. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm on 38 at the minute, so
brilliant. Okay, excellent.
Getting through it.
Good. That's good. I mean, like all of those pieces can be used as well. You know, the deeper you get into it, the better it is. Especially sort of, you know, those Gear 15 pieces are super valuable. But
yeah, I was looking at the tiers for the Gear 15 pieces, and there's not the ones that I really need aren't there. So I'm a bit like,
rubbish. Okay.
Micro dot and stuff like that. There's only 2 at level 92 or something, and then another 2 after that, and then there's one I think in the premium piece, but it's only like 6 pieces or something. Like it's not shed loads. It's not as much as I'd like for however much that part is. Not like I'm going to buy it, but
no. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, that's a major bottleneck, and still the Gear Tier 13 thing's a massive issue as well. Like, you know, getting characters up to, you know, like if you want to get a character up to Gear Tier 15, it's, you know, it's very expensive.
Yeah, they need to add some more like Doom campaign levels, so you can start farming some of the higher level stuff.
The thing is as well, like you say, like, you know, they're churning out these characters at such a rapid rate. You know, I mean, we'll discuss it later on, but the Secret Avengers, they're gonna have to make those farmable before the upcoming Legendary happens, where you know you're running out of places to put them. So, you know, maybe a new campaign is the way forward. I mean, you know, throwing ISO blue behind Doom, whatever it is, like behind the Doom raids is not ideal for players coming up, you know.
Yeah.
But that's literally the only way you can get that currency. Why don't you just have a new ISO campaign that's harder than the last one?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, and there's like when you look at the campaign nodes, like Heroes and Villains goes up to 7, Nexus goes up to 8, and then Cosmic, Mystic, and Doom only go to 3.
Yeah.
So just add more levels to them. Put them behind like level 80 to start in, just like you did with Villains and Heroes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And put the rare and the new characters behind the farm. Gives us something to do then. I know I'm saying that now, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you need a high level Hydra team," and I'll be like, "I'm done, damn it!"
Yeah.
But the level up characters that I don't want to use again, but even so, that meme. It's Pikachu. It's Clifford. No!
Yeah. Yeah.
Get what I want and then livid about it.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, like now they've increased the level cap. You know, you could have like you have to be 85. You know, and then they could throw some Gear Tier 13s behind that and some ISO blue. I'm not saying, you know, like I feel like that guy in old Oliver Twist. Oh, please, sir, can I have some more? But like, you know, yeah. I mean, look, it's been out for however long now, you know, and I mean they'll be able to see the metrics, so they'll know like, oh, it's only the higher, you know, the long term players and the whales that are utilizing ISO blue. I mean, I haven't got a single character at ISO blue yet. I've got. I need one. Yeah, I need one more piece for Spider-Man and that for SSM, and then I'm happy. But yeah,
I got Kestrel. She's the first level of ISO blue.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. At some point, like they have done with ISO green, they'll they'll lower it. Maybe there will be a campaign at some point. I imagine what they'll probably do is when the Reddit's on fire or something, they'll announce it and be like, we've heard you, commanders. Here you go, like, or whatever. But if you're not thinking about it, you guys at Scopely, then maybe hook us up.
We know you listen, Cerebro. Shout us out. Strike time.
I don't think he does.
All
right. Okay. Where are we going next? So Msf Roulette. I've put a couple into my Kingpin. Adam probably hasn't done anything with his Squirrel Girl. How about your Negasonic? No?
Yeah, I pumped up one more tier, so she's tier 12 now, I think. Another 5 levels, and I actually put some ISO on her this morning as well. So yeah, she's 44k or something now.
Wicked.
Somewhere on that mark.
Killing it. Your X Factor is going to be good.
Yes,
X Force. Sorry. Brilliant.
So, I mean, again, we'll cover that when we get to it. But the Red Death is going to be the death of Deadpool. Completely nullifies one of his abilities. Anyway, carry on.
Right. Okay, so let's hit this blog post for this week. So September 17th, 2021, the Red Death. Greetings, commanders. There are plenty of super soldiers and strikes roster, but today we are meeting the Omega to rule them all. And your red letter day doesn't end here, as we've got an event on the way to restock your ISO 8 shelves. Blitz is combing light with darkness, a rookie legend making a return, and events to help you prepare for the battles ahead. So this is the announcement of the man, the myth. It was in this week's Strike Time, the announcement of Omega Red coming to the game as a legendary character, which is great.
We called it. I'm just saying, we called it.
Yeah,
the best.
That's it. Yeah, undefeated. So let's go into it, man. Kitman, resident expert and all things Marvel. Diggs, Omega Red. Let's go.
Here's that name. So Omega Red, Arkady Grigorovich, possibly Rossovich. I'm just going to call him Omega Red from now. Is a Russian mutant born with the deadly mutant powers and an insatiable bloodlust. Omega Red's mutant healing factors prevents him from dying, a detail that caught the attention of those running the Russian super soldier program. Omega Red was forcibly experimented on and given cybernetic enhancements, along with carbonadium tentacles within each of his arms. Thus, Omega Red was created. Omega Red's mutant powers endow him with superhuman strength, reflexes, and a healing factor. Omega Red has joined Wolverine on several missions as a part of the secret group of Weapon X soldiers. Omega Red is the legendary character for the Weapon X team. The team also includes Sabretooth and Wolverine, who will both receive reworks. He's a controller with extreme focus and health, both of which are further enhanced by way of his passive ability. Similar to how Adam Warlock introduces the new positive effect Safeguard, Omega Red ushers in the new opposite negative effect Trauma. We called that as well, just saying, which prevents debuffs from debuffs from being removed or flipped. And adding to Omega Red's lethality is his ability to steal health and redistribute to himself with all of his attacks, including ISO 8 bonus attacks, which is good. That links in with his powers in the comics and stuff, siphoning health or siphoning energy from people.
Absolutely.
Like that. I want to do that.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I was to say, sorry, just go back up to that text. There was a couple of things I wanted to say. One of them was the reworks on Sabretooth and Wolverine. They confirmed in the Strike Time, didn't they, that they're getting reworks, so they're obviously going to add Weapon X to their powers.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to do much more than that in terms of their abilities, but they're upping their health, attack, defense, armor, resistance, and speed.
Yeah. So
they're more in line with newer characters, which is delicious. It's not often they mess with character stats, especially their speed. So that's good times. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's exciting to see as well. Like, I think, is this the first time that they've introduced a legendary before the full team is available?
That I can think of, yeah. Normally they release 4 and then they're like, here's the big legendary, yay!
Yeah.
This time, but what's weird is that they've done it out of order of that Guess Who picture. I don't know if that's deliberate or whether, again, it was a mistake. That Guess Who had Silver Samurai, Lady Deathstrike, we think, then Omega Red. And that's why we were speculating that he was going to be a legendary. And again, you said, I bet you need those stupid Secret Avengers to unlock them, and how right you were. So it's going to be good. And yeah, we talked about Trauma being the next thing, obviously not knowing it was going to be called Trauma, but I said it'll be anti-Safeguard.
Yeah.
Stop from removing negative effects, and there it is. And that is game changer.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. You're gonna have to explain some of this to me like I'm 5 like later on, but let's get into it. I mean, so there is a strike time. I'm sure if you are an engaged member of the Marvel Strike Force community that you already know about strike time. If you don't, it's on the Marvel Strike Force official YouTube. I'll include the link in the description as well. Old Cerebro, Gun Show Cerebro, shows off the character, talks to a developer about it, and it's all good.
It's worth a watch. It's a good one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. Right, okay. So should we? We're not going to watch it. Let's face it.
No, we're not going to watch it now. Let's. Should we start at the passive?
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah. So
I'm run out of breath. It's ridiculously massive passive ability.
That's it. So the traits. Yeah. So the traits are villain, global, mutant, controller, weapon X, legendary, and let's go to that. God, goodness me, that's a big passive.
I told you about being endowed with the giant passive.
Yeah.
Right. So passive death factor. They love the word death at the moment, don't they? Right, obsessed with it. Everything's death. So death factor on spawn, apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all weapon X allies. On turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health and gain plus 10% damage up to a maximum of 30%, which is similar to Silver Surfer speed boost. And 20% health per turn is ridiculous. When this character drops below 60% health, gain speed up and 2 death proof, ridiculous. Gain 50% max health. While an enemy has immunity, all weapon X allies gain 40% crit chance. Oh, love it. On spawn, if this character has 3 or more weapon X allies, lower enemy damage by 15%. In war, fill speed bar by 15% plus 15% per weapon X ally. So effectively, if you've got a full weapon X team, you're going first.
Yeah.
In war, on spawn, if this character has 4 or more weapon X allies, apply trauma and heal block to all enemies. In war, on spawn, steal 15% from all enemies and redistribute to self and all weapon X allies. That is ridiculous. In war, gain plus 200% focus. In war, weapon X allies gain plus 50% max health, and in war, weapon X allies gain 15% damage.
So I mean, yeah, okay.
There's a lot to digest there, but it's ridiculous.
They're basically a battering ram on steroids, like on flaming wheels.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they're a hard counter for Heroes for Hire.
Yeah,
it's like the developers have gone, right, everyone's going mental about Heroes for Hire being too good. What's the worst thing about them? That they're really hard to kill because they constantly heal, and they've got loads of positive effects. Oh, I know what we'll do then. Let's add this new trauma thing so we can flip all their positive effects, and then they can't, and then not let them take them off. And one of them will be heal block, so they can't heal either. Boom, done. Yeah. Massive hard counter. And then the other thing that was in there as well, because they're going to be good on defense as well. Yeah. I think most people will probably use them on attack, but the fact that they've just left it as in war as opposed to on war offense or defense is good, because they're also going to be a good counter for Infinity Watch.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've not tried it yet. Obviously, if Safeguard's on, my assumption will be that you can't apply trauma. Like trauma won't flip the effects because of Safeguard.
Yeah. So they'll cancel each other out effectively.
Yeah. So what I'm assuming it's going to be whatever happens first. So if you've already got Safeguard, then you can't flip the effects and put on trauma. And then the other way around will be, if you've already got on trauma, you won't be able to flip those effects and put on Safeguard. So I think it's whatever's going to be happening first, which again in war looks like it's going to be Weapon X going to be going first.
So I mean, these guys are quicker than Infinity Watch, by the look of it.
I think if you've got all of them, I think they will be. Yeah. Well, Omega Red will be. I don't know about the other ones. Gamora will probably still be faster, and so will Nebula. But I think because you get the extra 15% speed bar per thing, you get an extra 75% speed bar. I'm pretty sure Omega Red will be going first, regardless.
I mean, even stuff like this, while the enemy has immunity, all Weapon X allies get 40% crit. I mean, there are characters that grant immunity. Like, oh goodness me, that's terrifying. Okay, so
like Infinity Watch will have immunity.
Yeah, okay.
It did confirm it doesn't stack that ability.
Right. Okay.
It's not like for each character it adds an extra 40%. It's either you get 40% or you don't. So
Sure.
They were describing it as a toggle, which I don't necessarily agree with, but it does the trick.
Okay. I mean, so just also to bear in mind before we all, you know, we all chuck the babies in the air. Abilities are shown at max level, so 7775. So there will be sort of limitations early on, but where do you want to go from here, bud? Do you want to go basic, special?
Go top, yeah, we'll start talking about that.
Right.
So basic, Carbonadium Lash. Attack primary target for 320% damage, steal 10% health from the primary target and redistribute to self. This bypasses heal block and increase the duration of bleed, slow, and offense down to the primary target by 1. The other thing that's worth mentioning about trauma is they're treating it like stun, where you can't spread it.
Okay.
So if you were to have Hela in a team with Omega Red, for argument's sake, he wouldn't put trauma on one person, then you couldn't spread that around to the whole team.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So yeah, just like stun basically. So special coil crush, energy cost 3/3, so it's going to be going off turn 1. Apply trauma and ability block to the primary target. So again, you put that on, you're not getting rid of it. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 450% damage and steal 5% of each target's max health and redistribute to self. And this bypasses heal block. Apply offense down to the primary and adjacent targets, and apply a speed up to self and all weapon X allies, and this attack cannot be blocked. Good and cheap. Gonna be fast, lots of heals. He's gonna be so difficult to take down.
Yeah,
it's so much healing. It's gonna be crazy, and speed.
Yeah.
And then ultimate tentacle onslaught. Nearly mispronounced that. Energy cost 3/5. Flip all positive effects to negative effects for all enemies. Attack the primary target for 430% and apply ability block, slow, and heal block, and reduce speed bar by 10%. And then all other enemies for 430% damage and apply slow and heal block and reduce speed bar by 10%. Steal 10% health from all enemies and redistribute to self. This bypasses heal block. And this attack redistributes up to a maximum of 50% of this character's max health. In war, apply trauma to all enemies. And then again, this attack cannot be blocked. Very similar to, that's like a on steroids version of Doc Ock's special.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because it's tentacles, but it sounds very similar. So the tackle, it puts on a load of negative effects. This time you're just increasing it by stealing health and putting on trauma in war. Please don't do this, Omega Red. I can't wait for it to smash people's stupid Heroes for Hire teams to pieces.
I mean, that's the thing. A couple of people in our alliance have been really, really building Heroes for Hire, and I've sort of tried to say, like, look, just relax, because they always do this, like, especially with war defense teams as well. Like, look at the Red Skull back in the day, like,
yeah,
like it was just impossible to deal with, and then they brought out Black Bolt, and everyone was like, oh, okay, so that's the counter.
Yeah, I love smashing up Hydra teams with Black Bolt's great.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the start of the end of Heroes for Hire. But, you know, at the moment, there's only one team that you can use to beat Heroes for Hire, and that's Infinity Watch, isn't it?
That's all I try and do it with. It's not worth, unless there's like a massive difference in power. We're talking like 300k plus.
Yeah.
There's no point trying it with any other team. You just get taken to school in war. They're so overpowered at the minute.
Yeah.
So I'm glad about that, because I haven't got Heroes for Hire team. I haven't even unlocked Misty, I think. I can't remember. I'm missing one of them.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm loving every minute when I saw this. I was like, "Woohoo, go to hell, yeah!"
The thing with Heroes for Hire is they're so accessible, like early game. You know, if you were one of the people that was sort of told to invest in defenders early, you've pretty much got a Heroes for Hire team already. You know, like me, like a couple of the other guys in the alliance. It's just like, well, you click those other characters in, job done. You know, but yeah, all right. Yeah. So let's talk about how to unlock Omega Red. So the Red Death. Your first chance to recruit Omega Red in his upcoming Mythic Legendary event, the Red Death. Join Omega Red and Nick Fury as they try to stop Baron Zemo from synthesizing the powerful element carbonadium and using it to take over the world. So here are the minimum requirements to recruit Omega Red. Nick Fury at 5 stars, Winter Soldier at 5 stars, 3 Secret Avengers at 5 stars, and then it says like dash Captain America Sam, Maria Hill, and Sharon Carter, because they're the only 3 available at the moment, and they all have to be character level 65, gear tier 12, ISO class level 3. So it also says there the character shards for Secret Avengers will be made available through additional methods in the near future. And currently, 4 of this 5-person team are not farmable, fountainable, however you want to say it. Nick Fury is obviously a legendary that requires Kree minions to get. And yeah, you can't get Captain America Sam, you can't get Maria Hill, you can't get Sharon Carter, like, period. And when Winter Soldier's in some, like, he's in one of the nodes. I'll find it for you in a second. What do you think?
Again, when this came out, I was like, so many people are going to be upset about this. It really didn't bother me. I haven't even unlocked Nick Fury yet because I haven't bothered leveling up any Kree minions. So it's something I'm going to have to do now, which it was always one of those things where I was like, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
And now I will. That Secret Avenger team is wicked. I know they're really, really good. Again, I haven't got them. I haven't even unlocked Maria Hill. But I've seen other people play them. But I hate fighting against them in any mode. I try and avoid them if I can.
Yeah.
Because I know they're really good. And again, I know people are going, oh, Winter Soldier's awful.
Yeah.
Again, it's only gear tier 12. It's only level 65, ISO 83. It's not the end of the world, in my opinion. I'm not really that fussed about it. And I think if you scroll down a touch, that next paragraph says, after completing tier 5, tier 6 of the Red Death legendary event will have no requirements. The requirements for Nick Fury, Winter Soldier, and Secret Avengers for these final tiers are 6 stars, 13, 4 ISO 8 levels, and then 7 gear tier 14 and ISO 85. So you're right. It's exactly the same as Adam Warlock. So if you want to get them at the higher stars, you have to level them up more. But deal with it. Deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, say again.
I'm not too fussed about it. I'm not gutted.
Yeah, no, it's not a huge deal. I mean, or to keep people happy, all they need to do is just slightly twerk and rework Winter Soldier's kit, and give him a bit more speed bar or whatever. Just make him, give him a proper home, and job done. I'm surprised, to be honest, that he didn't feature in that Secret Avenger team as it was, and get a rework or something.
Makes sense.
Because he's just sort of on a raft without a paddle at the moment. He's available in Heroes 6-3 now, so
fairly early game.
Yeah, easy to get.
Yeah,
which is fine with me. Right, okay.
I don't know what level my Winter Soldier is in terms of stars. I know I've not leveled him up at all, because I couldn't do any of that Captain America and the Winter Soldier. No, what was it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier event. I couldn't do any of it because neither of those characters were leveled up. But we'll see how many star level he's at. Find him. Where's he? Hydra.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. It's 5 star. Uses that.
Awesome. Yeah, mine's 6, mate. So it's like great. I'll I'm nowhere near Fury at 6 though, so and I'm nowhere near 6 for any of the other characters. But yeah, it's fine. It's one of those ones. He's a heroes farm, so you can just add him to your you can kick out whoever else you're farming for on your daily hero farm, and bring him up slowly but surely. There's no rush.
I'm just doing Colossus at the moment just because why not? And I'm nearly at 6 star with him, so
yeah. Okay.
When I get him 6, I'll just start farming Winter Soldier, my Kree minions. I need 80 more Kree Reaper shards and loads more Kree Noble shards.
Okay.
And then I'm there. So again, Kree Nobles, again, Heroes 2-9.
Yeah.
A 12 energy farm. Won't take long.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I was thinking, so for those of you that don't know, we do beginners guides on how to get legendaries. They're all literally listed in the description down below. If you're listening, they'll also be in the description box there. But so I've got a guide for every legendary that's out that I have unlocked. Nick Fury being one of them. I haven't included Iron Man yet, but that's fine. Sozor says that he's getting a rework soon. But I've I'm considering redoing that because a lot of the nodes changed recently for the Kree minions. So I might do that and just be like, look, you're going to need to farm this guy. You know, I mean, Kree minions now are fairly important, you know?
Yeah, worth doing, mate.
Yeah.
People who need it.
Yeah. I mean, just thinking about it, like, you know, for a brand new player, once they make the Secret Avengers farmable, like, that could be a potential first legendary to go for, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You know, because I mean, it's, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. All right, so unstable elements. Do you want to hit this for us, bud?
Sure. So starting on September 22nd at 5 p.m, don't miss the limited time opportunity to power up your teams by completing the select daily objectives. Here's how it works. So elementary particles currency. Achieve an isotope breakthrough by earning limited time elementary particles event currency just by completing your daily objectives, blitz, raids, arena, and play 3 isotope 8 missions. You can find even more elementary particles via offers. Of course you can.
Ching ching.
Ching. Elementary particles event store. Once you've earned your currency, head over to the limited time event store to spend the elementary particles. There you can purchase T2 blue and T1 green ISO 8 directly in the supply section, as well as T2 and T1 ion orbs in the orb section. Each origin trait will have at least 2 slots of T2 ISO 8 and 1 slot of T1 ISO 8. This is a great opportunity to stock up on new T2 ISO 8s of your choosing. So it's basically the same as the Shang Chi event. Play the game, get a new currency, use that currency in the new store.
Yeah, which to be honest, I'm totally fine with, you know.
Love that. Don't have to do anything. I play the game and I can get some more T2s.
It says the only thing is it says play 3 isotope 8 missions. Now, it doesn't say autoplay. Do you think we're going to have to play the isotope missions?
No.
Absolutely not. Right. Moving on. I don't want to. I don't want to. You can't make me. No. Well, they absolutely can. Returning legendary event. So Adam Warlock is emerging from his cocoon for the return of his mythic legendary event, the Infinity Watch. The Cosmic Bash kicks off on September 20th at 5 p.m. PDT, and for a shot at recruiting the Master of All Souls, you'll need Jubilee and X Factor at a minimum of 5 stars, character level 65, gear tier 12, and ISO 8 class level 3. That's for 5-star. And start preparing now. If you want a 6-star, it's gear tier 13, ISO 8 class 4. And if you want a 7-star, it's gear tier 14, ISO 8 class level 5. Right. Are you getting Adam Warlock this time, Diggs?
Know it. You know I am.
Yeah, buddy.
That Warlock. I'll only be getting him at 5 because I'm still 140 shards away with long shot. And I haven't got my PIM tech up to level up Jubilee to 6. So it's only going to be 5 this time, but that's fine.
It's still a legendary character, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, and it's one I want, and I can put him obviously in the Infinity Watch team, and Kestrel can go in the hole that
can go in the sea.
Well, no, she can't. She's the best. She's not going in the sea. So somebody else would go in the sea. I imagine
she can absolutely not go in the sea.
She'll probably fill the hole in the Mystic team I'm building until Doom arrives.
Right.
I would imagine.
Doom.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be Deathball, Cloak and Dagger, Silver Surfer, and then probably Kestrel for the meantime. And then once Doom's out, he'll go in there.
Right. Okay. It's interesting this because I obviously I'm the same as you. I run Kestrel in the Infinity Watch as well. Now, I mean, my Infinity Watch isn't as thick as yours, but like, I mean, in regards to war, where are you thinking about putting her? Are you thinking about putting her on defense, or just for the lols, or?
Who? Kestrel.
Kestrel, yeah.
No, probably not. I'll probably keep her on offense.
Just have her there as like a hammer or something, just to.
Yeah, she's just because she can plug into so many different teams.
Yeah.
She's just really handy to have. And I think she can get you when people are auto playing her. It's easy to exploit her, especially with Omega Red coming in because again, one of her abilities is that she cleanses every turn.
Yeah.
Not with trauma, she ain't.
No. Bonkers, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Let's hit these upcoming blitzes, mate, for the blitzing homies. Do you want to read them out?
Yeah, speaking of the sea,
Get
Raw
in the sea.
get in the sea. Namor can, well, he can get out of the sea and drown on land. Useless. Rule the sea, light, and darkness with our upcoming blitzes. Splashing your way first on September 20th is the Atlantean Prince Blitz, where you can strike down enemies with your trusted trident in the name of Namor shards. But don't dry off just yet, because on September 23rd, it's time to dive into the Luminous Blitz featuring Cloak and Dagger. The usual character shard rewards have been replaced with Luminous credits. Use those credits to open either the Luminous Cloak Orb or the Luminous Dagger Orb, each of which will reward 5 shards of the specified character. This will be the first of 2 runs of the Luminous Blitz, each rewarding Luminous credits, and each blitz featuring the same number of character shards as typical blitzes, which is a lie. The total number of shards possible from each blitz is equal to all other character blitzes. Oh, yeah, here you go. And they immediately correct themselves. You actually get 25 from the milestones instead of 21. So it's not the same. You get more.
I've got a headache.
I know. So you basically get 5 orbs.
Right.
And then each orb gets you 5 shards of whatever character you want.
There you go.
And then at the end of it, you get the usual rewards.
Just say that. Just say that. Like,
no, mate. I'm going to say you get exactly the same, and then I'm immediately going to say you get something different. Easier. You get to choose, you get to choose how many Cloak and Dagger shards you want. Also, a reminder that there will be 2 strike passes with Luminous credit rewards. The first one featuring Cloak, and the second one featuring Dagger.
Boom. So yeah, I mean, Namor, I haven't got him at 7 stars, so I'm going to blitz, but I'm going to have a little bit of a holiday from blitzing until the next, until the end of the week, when I'm going to have to go absolutely mad.
Yeah, you're going to have to go hard or go home on the old Luminous Blitz. Even me, I'll be having it large with that. Although that week I'm actually up in another depot, so I'm not going to be doing too much during work at all. To be honest, I can be busy as you like, but never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
So I just want
to... yeah, cheeky wailing. We'll have to see. Okay, but yeah, I mean, if you can blitz, you know, maybe take the early week blitz off, and then go hard or go home on that one. All right, bonus and flash events. Now that Adam Warlock is on his way back, it's time to bolster your mutant investigations. On September 19th at 5 p.m. PDT, don't miss the 2-bit Detectives bonus event, which rewards double character shard payouts for the X Factor characters from campaign nodes. Filter your roster by X Factor for the eligible characters and their locations. So, I mean, the eligible characters that are in campaign nodes, and I don't understand why they don't just say where they are, is Polaris and Multiple Man. Both available in campaigns. I can tell you exactly where they are right now.
Multiple Man's Doom 3-9 and Polaris is Cosmic 1-6.
Boom. There you go. So just say that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
again, surely somebody there must know. And how long would it take them to look it up?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But never mind, it's fine. And just in case you don't know, the other 2 members of X Factor, Longshot is in the Arena store and Shatterstar is in the
other way
War
around.
store. Oh, yeah, other way around. Yeah,
Longshot's in the War store, Shatterstar's in the Arena store.
There you go. And yeah, Shatterstar's he's still 975, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's also available in the Gamma Raid, and for some reason I always get Shatterstar shards for some reason out of that Gamma Raid. So thank you very much. Yeah. Right, where were we? Then we transition from mutants to ninjas with the return of the Relic Hunt Flash event. Careful how we say that. On September 24th at 5 p.m, send your top hand team into battle and stock up on catalyst parts for this limited time event. Polish your hand team's knuckles on September 23rd at 5 p.m. with the Need a Hand event. I absolutely do not need a hand. I do not need a hand ever again. Which rewards 2 times shards for hand characters in campaign nodes. Filter your roster by hand for the locations of your hand characters. Jesus, how many times? God, rubbing it in.
Okay, well, listen, wants to keep going.
Yeah, rubbing it in your hand. God damn it. All right, yeah. Till next time, that's the end of the blog post.
Get Punisher commanders.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I tell you what, man. Like, I'm never gonna forget that 7-star. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, dude, I'm so salty. Like, I mean, how many characters are in the game, and I pull that hot garbage. So I'm now pulling for a hand rework, please. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm sure I saw it when she came out. Deathpool in a hand team is apparently really, really good.
Really?
Apparently, it makes that team, awesome. I don't know why. I've not done it because I've not leveled up any of my hand characters, but so I hear that they are the business.
I'm absolutely not doing that. It's not happening. No way, Jose. Right. Let's finish up with some Dark Dimension chat, buddy. You're still waiting, aren't you?
Yeah, still stuck. Leveling those globals.
Right. Okay. But you're I mean, you're slowly but surely getting there, right?
Yeah. I got stripes ready. I just need a few more bits. I mean, the two that are going to take me forever are going to be Emma and Mr. Sinister, because I effectively need 50 of that superior molecular cloth or whatever it is, and I've got like 18.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's going to take me forever.
Definitely worth it, though.
Yeah. I'm enjoying them now that I'm using them. I've stuck because I've leveled them up. I've moved the war defense team around. I put Emma orders on defense.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They're great, man. Yeah. Okay. So for me, I'm into mission 12 now. I finally the Bleeding King event for Carnage gave us 10 alien spores, which I needed 5 to get Venom up to 15. So Venom's now 15. And my symbiotes are now weighing in at a rather thick. What are they? Yeah, 583k, which is nice. No messing. But yeah, so I've now got SSM, Venom, Scream, and Anti-Venom all in there with Punisher as well. So mission 12. I have today was the best run. Let's have a look. So my last, I've been in there for quite a couple of days. So I've had, where are we? Yeah, I've had 6 attacks. And yeah, none of them had anything to write home about until today. So it was 600k damage, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And today 22.4.
Nice.
Yeah, they really got going. Everything was rosy, whole lot of rosy for you AC/DC fans. Everything was happy, loving life, and then Emma dropped, and so did a part of my anatomy. And yeah, Emma drops with SSM and Scream, and yeah, it hasn't ended well. So basically, I'm at so of 42 million damage, I've got 18 million left. But by the sound of it, that 18 is just Emma. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I have another good run, and hopefully by next week I'm out. But I will keep you posted. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully the nightmare is nearly over, and then it's into legendary. I'm going to, hopefully, I need a few more pieces for Jubilee, and she'll be up and ready to go. I've got 4 legendaries ready to go. Do you want to know what they are?
Of course.
Phoenix
better be one of them.
Who, sorry?
Phoenix.
Yeah, so ready to rock and roll. Ebony Maw at 15. I took your advice. I was like, I have to do it.
He's so good, and it's percent damage as well. So helpful.
Yeah. Phoenix is there as well. Doc Ock is there too. And yeah, I need more parts for Jubilee. So yeah, I've got 3 of 4, and then Adam Warlock as well on Tuesday. Once I've unlocked him, I'm going to slowly build him up as well. So yeah,
slowly. All on the same day.
Yeah, absolutely not. No. 2 mil every day, no problem. Yeah, homie, don't play that, mate. You know that. I'm not. 2 mil every day. Like, yeah. But I've been bringing them up to, so whenever I ascend a level, I've been bringing them up as well. So I mean, saying that, I bought Phoenix and Doc Ock to 81. I need to bring more up as well, but I've spent all my gold today. So yeah, but they're a little bit bigger. They're a little bit bigger than normal. So that's good. But yeah, fingers crossed next week we're in legendary nodes.
Glad.
Yeah, which is exciting. Yeah, the nightmare is nearly over. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Omega Red, we're excited about that. Like you said, man, I'm still quite shocked that they didn't bring out Silver Samurai and Deathstrike before.
Part of me wonders if they're, because of the amount of heat they've been getting recently, they were like, what can we do that's going to make everyone happy? And they were just like, I don't know, let's just throw Omega Red out first. That'll cheer everyone up. Yeah.
I mean, it could very well be that. I mean, who knows? Like, yeah,
they've done it in the past, haven't they? Where everyone's just like, well, and they're like, look at the birdie, look at the birdie, look at the birdie, and then they just shuffle everything underneath the carpet that's been going wrong beforehand.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to see, I guess. Hopefully they'll announce someone next week. I mean, so last night they tweeted the blog post, and this was my reply. The character shards for Secret Avengers will be made available through additional methods in the near future, and then GIF of Nick Fury saying, "I've got my eye on you." Then C Matthew 23 put available only with your wallet, which is
Secret Avengers wailing harder.
Yeah.
Rob and Steve Dave.
Yeah. He's a good lad, old Ask Me Rob and Steve Dave. He's Tell Him Steve Dave fans. So shout out.
He's got a great name.
Yeah.
Can't be a bit testy, mate.
That's it, yeah. Right, okay. And on that note, Tell Him Steve Dave.
I was about to say,
yeah. All right, guys. So please remember to rate and review this podcast however you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. If you've got a question for next week, please drop it down in the YouTube comments below. There's a link in the description if you are listening. And thank you very much for checking us out. We'll catch you next week. Diggs, got anything else you want to say?
All right, see you next week.
Nice one. Thanks a lot for listening, guys, and good luck, Commanders. Boom.